Kate Brannon of the Daily Beast has a very illuminating article out today about the business of war. And it really puts into perspective the tremendous benefits that some contractors are getting because of ISIS and because of the fight against ISIS. So here's what they say, quote, "The war against ISIS isn't going so great, with the self-appointed terror group standing up to a year of U.S. airstrikes in Syria and Iraq, but that hasn't kept defense contractors from doing rather well amidst the fighting. Lockheed Martin has received orders for thousands of more Hellfire missiles. AM General is busy supplying Iraq with 160 American-built Humvee vehicles, while General Dynamics is selling the country millions of dollars worth of tank ammunition. SOS International, a family-owned business whose corporate headquarters are located in New York City, is one of the biggest players on the ground in Iraq, employing the most Americans in the country after the U.S. Embassy. On the company's board of advisors, former Deputy Defense Secretary Paul Wolfowitz, famous neocon, considered to be one of the architects of the invasion of Iraq, and Paul Butler, a former special assistant to Pentagon Chief Donald Rumsfeld. The company, which goes by SOSI, says on its website that the contracts it's been awarded for work in Iraq in 2015 have a total value of more than $400 million. They include a $40 million contract to provide everything from meals to perimeter security to emergency fire and medical services at Iraq's Besmaya compound, one of the sites where U.S. troops are training Iraqi soldiers. The Army awarded SOSI a separate $100 million contract in late June for similar services at Camp Taji. The Pentagon expects that contract to last through June 2018. So they're not even pretending like we'll be out of Iraq or Syria before 2018. They're like, here's a contract that lasts that long. Don't worry, we're going to be there. And they go on to explain that there are about 3,500 U.S. military advisors on the ground in Iraq. By the way, I'm sure the same kind of advisors we had in Vietnam when they were advisors / of course they're fighting on the ground, of course they're doing combat. They say they're advisors because it makes it politically convenient to come home and say, us? We're not in a war. We just have advisors on the ground. It's not a hot war. No, of course it's a hot war. Who the fuck are you kidding? But we have that many soldiers on the ground, but there are 6,300 private contractors there. And, by the way, in Afghanistan, remember they were making a big stink about, well, we're going to keep 10,000 soldiers there. This fact even escaped me. I didn't even know about this until today. So we have 10,000 soldiers there and 30,000 contractors still there. And they have the nerve to say, oh, we ended the war a long time ago. We just have 40,000 Americans that are permanently sitting there and fighting. That would be a war! Imagine if China was like, no, come on, America, we're not in a war with you. I just put 40,000 Chinese fighters in Alabama, and every once in a while we go out and we kill some people. What's the big deal? It's not a war. It's not a war. Would the U.S. look at it like that? Oh, no. Good point. We're not angry. We're not going to fight back. It's not a war. We got you. 40,000 people, they just kill every once in a while. What are you going to do? Now, here's a line from the article that sent chills up my spine. Quote, "It allows us to maintain the facade of no boots on the ground while at the same time growing our footprint." So as we say to everybody in America, oh, wars are over, bro. Calm down. No big deal. Take it easy. What are we doing as we say that? We're like, okay, keep some troops in there, but now send more fucking contractors in there. So in other words, the wars are never over. War is now officially big business. And in the article, they go on to explain how companies are vying for these contracts. And how do they vie for them? That's the important part, because the devil's in the details. They vie for them with political bribes. So whichever defense contractor pays the politicians more money, those politicians go, oh, after a long, thorough review, we've decided to go in this direction with the company that gave us the most bribes. But of course they don't say that. They couch it as if it's official business and as if these are serious people. They're not serious. They're all fucking corrupt assholes. Now understand, man, and as I've said time and time again, and this is what separates me from people like Alex Jones or conspiracy theorists, it's not like these are evil people who are more evil than you and I, and they're part of a fucking lizard gang or the NWO or some shit. No. These are people who are just responding to a system of incentives. So they know the way Washington works if they've been there for a month or longer, and they get it. It's a wink and a nod. Hey, whenever people pay you, it's I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And it just so happens that when you marry this imperialist do-gooder mindset with political bribery, and you have defense contractors that are super fucking powerful, the end result is what? Rampant, widespread imperialism and occupation. And this entire time, I'm not kidding when I say this, the people in Washington, they don't think that what they're doing is wrong. And that goes for the neocons as much as it goes for the Democrats who are also engaged in this nonsense. They don't, when they look in the mirror when they wake up in the morning, they don't go, oh my God, you fucking evil bastard. You think Cheney says that when he looks in the mirror in the morning? Bill Clinton? None of these guys think that when they look in the mirror in the morning. They go, I'm doing what's right. I am the world policeman. We should be the world policeman. We're keeping order. And then in the process of that, oh, hey, look, a lot of people are getting rich. Whatevs, dude. I guess that's the windfall for being the good guys. And, you know, in Afghanistan, for example, they're like, hey, we're already there. Might as well take some of these minerals because there's billions of dollars of mineral wealth here. Hey, opium's involved. Might as well protect those fields and make some money off that. Hey, we're in Iraq. Oh, look at that. We have oil here. Well, we've already been here for really long, and we liberated them. I take a little bit of the oil or something here. Just give us a little cut or something like that. So what I'm trying to say is it's not like all these guys are evil. They know they're evil. They're acting on their evil impulses. You just have a perfect storm of poor incentives mixed with American exceptionalism, that ideology which has been poisoned into the minds of most Americans at this point. So when you mix those things together, what you have is imperialism. That's what comes out the other end of it, and America is no different than any other imperialism throughout history, any other imperialist country throughout history. So when you look at the Romans, they say, oh, we're conquering the savages and we're enlightening them. We're bringing enlightened proper values to the savages. In reality, what were they doing? They were fucking slaughtering people left and right and taking over territory and conquering people and occupying them, of course. Every single empire, Roman Empire, Greek Empire, Malian Empire, Ottoman Empire, you name the empire, it's all the same. We're the good people by definition, we're spreading our values and it's the right thing to do. And I'm sure that they said to themselves back then, oh, we're the world policemen. We're trying to keep order by keeping everybody else down and doing all the wrong things. America's doing the same thing now. We're the world policemen. We're trying to keep order. And in the process, a lot of people are getting really, really fucking rich, and we're taking a lot of natural resources, and we're, repressing a lot of people. But hey, what are you gonna do? We have good intent. We're the good guys. Whatever, bro. Is everybody rich and happy here? Are all these greedy capitalists rich and fat and happy? Good, good, good.